What you got under the hood, Toretto? Got no engines, do we?
It doesn't smell like corn.
What up? What it do, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, that's right. First start today. Cross our fingers. First start today. Man, I hope this is the day. It's been waiting a long time for this day. So I've been kind of butting up a little on this thing. We got most of it pretty much there. I gotta go ahead and put some fluids in real quick too. I gotta get some. We actually gotta run to the store. We gotta go get probably some coolant additive, gas. Guys, we need to find that corn fed. Remember, we can go ahead and just straight E85 right off the bat. Just straight E85. We'll see what happens. See how it runs. So we're gonna run it on E85. What else we gotta do? I gotta put a clamp on here on this end tank. I just finished rewiring. Look, so I just finished rewiring the mass airflow. Mass airflow, we had to rewire and extend it, so we did that. Added some heat guard, this heat kind of like a rubberized shield, almost like a heat protection on this line here, because it's kind of really close to the exhaust manifold. I didn't like that one bit. We put some down there as well. Oh, we got to put the dash back in. I forgot. That's true. I probably could start it without the dash, but we want to have the dash in there. That way we have all the gauges reading correctly and we can see oil pressure, all that. So we're going to do that too. But we do got to go to the store real quick, get the gas, get the fluids. So, let's do it. All right, we left AutoZone. We gotta find this E85 somewhere. There's a Shell gas station right here. We're gonna attempt to try to get it there. Hopefully, they got it there. Let's see how many gas stations it's gonna take us to find the corn. E85, nope. I don't know. I don't see nothing. You don't want. I don't see it. Hey, stop talking, you fools. Yeah, you guys are the ones who call me cheaters because I use my resources. Yeah, guys, I cheated. They say I'm a cheater, these buttheads over here, because I used Google the old Google machine to find the E85 corn. Yeah, buddy. All right, we finally found it after 3 tries. We stroke out. I had a call and find that corn. So we're gonna back up real quick. If I don't hit nobody when I'm trying to film for you guys, get this corn.
Can I see the E85?
All right, they want to see. They think I'm crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's made out of corn. All right, what we got? That corn right there. E85 flex fuel corn. That's what we need.
Oh, there's one down there.
What did you say?
It doesn't smell like corn.
Doesn't smell like corn. What'd you think? We were gonna get some corn nuts coming out of here or what? My gas can don't have the nozzle on it like you guys' gas can does. It's a little homemade gasket. No leakage.
A hack, life hack.
A life hack. We're grabbing lunch real quick. I had to show you guys this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. What in the beep is chickenless pollo street taco? How does that make sense? Chickenless pollo. That's like, oh my God. I just had to show y'all that. That's a trip. I don't know what they doing, but we got to order some food real quick. We'll see you guys when we get back to the house. It's hot now. We got to have a fan on now, guys. It's super hot here now. We're at about 108 yesterday. It was crazy. I was out last night a little bit in the drop guac, and it was still 100 degrees when the sun was gone. I'm like, man, it's just, well, you know the summer's here when it's hot still, when the sun is gone. But we are back in the garage. I still got to get all the fluids in this car, but it is the next day. And I'm going to show you what happened, and I'm going to show you why. Just more frustrations with this car, with this Frankenstein. It's going to be the death of me, I'm telling you. But I had to pull the steering column out yesterday because why? It wasn't working. For one, the ignition thing was all screwed up. Like, I kept trying to get the car to actually even turn the ignition and get power to the accessories and things like that. When I was putting the dash in, it was just bugging out. It was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. But let me show you the old column, and I'm going to show you the biggest reason and why I took this thing out. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade it right now because this column, we got this column when, shoot, it was like almost 2 years ago. I got it from a buddy of mine. It was chrome. We painted it up. Now it's all scratched up because I just yanked the hell out of it out of there. But look, this guy here, this little rod, these old style rods connect to your ignition switch, right? Or to your ignition, your key ignition. This is what actually pulls and opens and closes the, you can call it the ignition loop, the accessory power loop, all that. So it goes back and forth. But look, this one won't even go back and forth anymore right now. But anyways, it's supposed to go back and forth. This rod's supposed to slide in and out, back and forth. And then what it does is the actual switch that bolts up here, it makes the contact and it closes the loop, right, to start the car. And it was not engaging all the way. I'd had the key turn all the way to the ignition on, like cranking, nothing. I'm like, did I do something wrong? Is my wiring screwed up? My lights were really acting funny too. I think that had to do with it on this side too, with the hazards were they just stayed lit. They just stayed on. It was all weird. Like, long story short, this column is trash. It's doo-doo. It's an aftermarket column. It was a pain in the ass. So I just took it off. I'm done with it. I'm gonna order a I Did It column and be done with it. Seriously, because not to mention there was a lot of play in this right here. Like, I can sit there, literally turn this, and if you look over there, it's turning. And this is not even like all the way in to where it's like it releases the lock mechanism in here. It was always released basically, so you'd always be able to turn it. There was a lot of play too. You'd sit there and hold your steering wheel and then clock the steering wheel about, I don't know, maybe almost to 2 o'clock, and the tire would still not move. I mean, that's going to be a huge factor for us at the track. That's just a big no-no. So we didn't want that much play in the steering column. So I went ahead and yanked it out, but what I did is I still connected the switch underneath the dash so I can kind of start the car manually. So I'm going to start the car manually, kind of hot wired in a sense, but we still don't have everything hooked up underneath the dash just because I want to kind of just start the car and see, make sure it's running okay, and it's make sure we actually can get power to the engine and everything at least is running okay before we finish hooking up the rest of this stereo, AC, all that. So right now we just went ahead and plugged in the computer. We got our computer over there in a glove box. That's good. As long as that's plugged in, we should be fine. We got power because look, we got lights. Looks like we wired up all the lighting correctly. That's nice. That's always a plus. So we're going to go ahead and throw these fluids in real quick. We'll throw power steering in. Oil. Let me show you what oil we went with. We went with the AMS oil once again like we did in the last video. Where's my oil at? Let's see. Oh, here we go. No, that's the power steering. Oh, over here. We went with that boosted, baby. Boosted version. 5W30. So we're running the 5W30. We're running this guy here. It's really, really well. 100% synthetic. And it's really good for these engines that are basically supercharged engines, turbo engines. It just have a really good oil protection for your motor. So look into these guys. It wasn't too bad as far as the price on them. I don't remember what I paid for them, but like I said, AMS oil. If you guys are watching, hook your boy up, send him some stuff. But I'm gonna show you also what I'm doing also with my coolant. I kind of like to do this with all my swaps. I'll do a concentrated gallon of this guy here, this Dexcool, and then I'll also add these. This is a royal purple additive. Basically, it's like a water jetter. There's different brands of it. If they don't have the other one, I usually will get like this pink bottle. I can't remember the name of it, but this one's from Royal Purple. This is a really good one. So what this does, it actually reduces the temperature of basically the coolant in there, or even water. You can even run water with this stuff. I see a lot of people just run it straight water and just put the additive in there, but I always like to have a little bit of Dexcool in there just because that's just me. I've done it both ways. It seems to work just fine, but I just, for safety reasons, I don't know, I just feel better at least having some of that in there. So what I'm going to do is have that in there, the gallon of that, the Royal Purple. I might put 2 of these in there, and I also use distilled water for this setup. If I don't have the distilled water, then I'll just use regular water garden hose. It doesn't matter. But also another trick, guys, I learned from my buddy Gene Sanders when I did my first swap, man. He hooked me up. I couldn't get these motors to burp properly like the old cars have. A different way of, obviously these cars have to be burped. They have to get all the air out. And a good way to start that is the first initial fill it up from your top of your radiator hose. Put all your coolant as much as you can in here until you start overflowing. You could even do it with the car on, and you'll start to see all the bubbles kind of bubble out. And then as fluid's just starting to gush out or even close to the top, connect your hose back up. You're good to go. And what it does, it'll get a lot of coolant back into your engine system on the top end side of stuff. Because if you just go through your radiator is just going to hold the coolant here and then back down in there until that thermostat opens up. So it's kind of like, it'll just takes a little bit longer. It's a little bit faster doing it this way. So like I said, what I'll do is I'll open this up, throw this whole gallon in there along with the water jetter, close it up, and then come back here and do the rest through here. So let's go ahead and top this thing off as well. Get some fluids in her, get the gas E85 in her, and hopefully we can hear this thing crank over for the first time. Well, y'all, we got a leak already. That's awesome. See, this is stuff people don't show you, but I don't care. I don't mind showing you. We gotta figure out why it's leaking right there. I have to crack the thermostat. What the hell? We're gonna have to pull that off. Son of a gun. The worst part about it is I just put that water jetter in there. I put some water and some water jetter in there, and now we have to drain that. Son of a beast. I'm telling you, y'all don't believe me. This thing is the death of me. Okay. I would have leaked too. I ain't gonna lie. This is not Frankenstein's fault. Okay. But it looks like, yeah, you see what's missing here. It's pretty obvious, huh? There was no gasket in here with this thing. I must have put this on. This, like I said, I've probably been building this car for, it's been years now. And I've been building it in sections and, you know, phases, whatever you want to call it. So I think I put this on a while back as a mock-up and just to see how everything landed and fit. And I never put the damn gasket in here. So yeah, that's my bad. And look, that's probably it sitting right here. Look, that looks like it, no? Maybe. Look how dusty it is too. God, guys, that's my bad. One way or another, we're gonna get this car started in this video. You stick with me, all right? Let me fix this. Hopefully this is the gasket. Throw this back on and keep putting fluids on. Hopefully we don't have to run to the store, so stick with me. We have the thermostat back in. Everything's good. I went in through some water in there just to see if it leaked again. Looks like it's fine. Yeah, that was my bad, guys. I did that shoot so long ago, it seems like, to get this thing mocked up, and I never took it back off to put the gasket in there. So we're gonna get going and continue on with the fluids. Let me throw some coolant in here, and then we'll throw some power steering fluid and then gas, corn, and then we ready to start it, at least. We'll see. It's hot. It's hot here. This sucks. It's hot. But hey, I didn't spill too much. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I didn't do that bad, huh? I have made sure I got all that E85 in there. I didn't really want to have that tank sticking around just in case I accidentally put it in my pressure washer. But let me turn this off so y'all can hear me. And you guys ready to start this car? I'm gonna have to jerry rig it though. I'm gonna have to hot wire this thing because we ain't got no ignition, no columns. So, but I ain't gonna show you the trick because I can't have y'all teaching y'all these thief stuff. You know what I mean? But okay, let's do it. The only thing I am concerned about is my fuel pressure regulator because it's not really set. It's just straight out of the box. So hopefully there's no issues with that. Obviously, we might have to adjust that down the road, but hopefully to start and it'll kick over. Let's find out. Okay, I gotta set the camera down for y'all because I gotta do this. And yeah, this kind of sucks doing it this way, right? It is what it is. Let's just do it. Tell we losing the battery. Oh boy. The only thing I'm nervous about is those coil packs. Coil packs, they're used coil packs. We got them from a friend of ours. He said they worked, they were good, but. And then my spark plug wires, I'm wondering if I made them too short. So. Well, I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign. We gotta check engines, so we might know what the problem is. Well, let's plug in the OBD2 and see what's good.
Guys, what up? Yeah, that check engine, it wasn't nothing. It was just O2 sensors. We don't have O2 sensors plugged in yet, so that really didn't help. Like I said, I have a very big educated guess on what the problem is. I think it's those coil packs. I'm not sure. Or this car won't start. So look, yeah, we window shopping out here right now. We came to the junkyard, so we can find some coil packs, at least some like test coil packs. I don't have any, surprisingly. You know, I don't have any coil packs just lying around that we can at least check and test. So I'm gonna see if I can grab a set out here real quick. These things, I mean, they rarely go bad, but another thing, like I said, I'm out here anyways running around, so I figured I'd grab a set. So we're gonna try to find a truck, car, something with the LS in it. Let's see. What is that over there? No. Impalas. Monte Carlos. Let me see if we can find a set. Alright guys, so we're in a truck area, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really came out here like unprepared because I went to the speed shop earlier to grab some spark plug wires also, and I really did not think I was gonna come out here until I was like, you know what, let me see. I'm around the corner and maybe they got some coil packs out here, but I did find a set back there. But I literally only have a Leatherman with me. That's all I had in the truck, so I don't have any tools. So I'm trying to find a set that just might be lying off the car or truck. There's a set over there I found, but I'd have to unbolt it off the valve cover. And I don't, like I said, I'm gonna see if I can find a set first before I try to do all that noise. What you got under the hood, Toretto? Got no engines, do we? Yeah, we might just have to go over there. See, look, something like that. See, but coil packs is gone. Gone. All right, we're gonna keep looking. If not, we're gonna have to go over there and try to take that set off that truck. Oh man, guys, we got it. We got him. But guess what? That Leatherman was not gonna work. It was not working out. I had to find one of the homies right there. You know what I mean? Not the homie, but you know, one of my peoples walking around there. I was like, hey man, I came out here with no tools. You got a 10mm socket I can borrow? You know? So he hooked me up, took care of me with the 10mm socket, and then I said, hey man, let me give you $5 or something. Let me give you some money. He's like, no man, just come over and help me out. How do I get this like bumper piece off this Tahoe or whatever? So I'm like, yeah, no problem. So that's one thing you gotta love about the car community, man. It's just I mean, it is a junkyard, whatever, but just everybody's after the same goal, trying to get their cars fixed, get their cars running and stuff like that. So that's always cool. So he helped me out, I helped him out. We got what we wanted, right? With no tools. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll see you guys back at the house. Guys, I know, right? We were at the junkyard. That was good. That was a good time. But guess what? I think I figured it out, what's going on with this car. And it was my fault. It was nobody else's fault. I didn't even try the coil packs we went and got. But it's obviously related to the coil packs, to the timing, spark, ignition, all that. And what it was is I relocated the coil packs on this thing. And when I relocated the coil packs, I plugged it in 180 as far as the ignition. The firing order. The firing order was backwards on one side of the engine. On the driver's side, we had it flipped. So I went ahead and flipped it. It was a pain in the ass, believe it or not. I really regret putting those coil packs there now. That was a pain in the ass. I went ahead and flipped it, and I'm almost 99.9% that's got to be the problem. I mean, so we're going to try it again. We're going to try this thing again. It was a pain in the butt. I had to contort myself in there to get this thing started. But I'm going to do if it starts, and I'm probably going to shut it off
because I kind of pulled the spark plug wires out of their holders and stuff like that, so I don't want anything to burn up. But at least we'll see if it actually starts and cranks and all that good stuff. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I feel it. I feel it. This is gonna start. This is gonna start. Be positive. I like it. Let's get in there. Let's do it. All right. Attempt number 30,008. It wouldn't even start, man. What the hell is going on? What's up, everybody? It is several days later. Yeah, we had a lot going on. We had the whole quarantine cruise going on. We were getting the drop block ready and all that. You guys saw the last few uploads. But yeah, I think this is another one of our problems. Why we couldn't get the car started. I don't think I put it in the video, but we also had a gas leak. So we had to replace the fuel pump module. We had a bad fuel pump module, so we had to replace that. Had to call Tank Sync up. Apparently there was a recall, if you guys saw that video. What else? Oh yeah. Remember our whole corn cruise or corn mission? E85. I think that was our problem too, is that the PC or ECU is not tuned yet for E85. After talking to my the tuner, he said it's probably not going to start on just straight up E85. So that was my fault. We messed up on that. So I went and got some just 91, plain Jane 91. We took all the gas out of it as much as I could, siphoned all that stuff out. So we'll put fresh gas in, and hopefully, cross our fingers, this is going to do the trick, because I want to hear this thing run. I know you guys want to hear this thing run. I want to drive this thing. Oh yeah, we still need a steering column too, by the way. We're looking into, I did it, so hopefully we'll get that soon. But let's put this gas in real quick and let's get a start. So one other thing I was able to do while you guys were gone, I should say I was gone, is look at that. Ooh, that's pretty, huh? Yeah, buddy. The turbo guards came in. Those look good. Those make me excited. It's the little things, right, that excite us. All right, without further ado, also we got to finish up this AC lines and stuff, but let's see if we can just get the car started. Yeah. What is up, y'all? Can you tell? Can you see the frustration on my face? It's been weeks on end and weeks on end, days on end. I've been like working on it here and there, trying to figure out what's going on. And we finally figured, obviously, we're not getting any fuel. It's had to be fuel or spark, right? Even air, but air is fine. We're not getting any fuel. And you saw that when we actually sprayed the starter fluid down there, started up for a second, and then it died. Now I finally called, finally called PSI Conversions, talked to them about what's going on. They helped me with a little bit more troubleshooting, and we realized it's just the injectors in here are enormous. I have 120-pound injectors. They're not going to work. From the ECU that they are able to do, they're only able to set it like at 60-pound injectors or something like that. So long story short, we need a custom tune. We need a startup tune. We need to get it over to the tuner. But my local tuner is about a month out. They did suggest me a guy out in Texas that will tune the ECU if you ship it to him, and just kind of give you a startup tune, and then they'll ship it back. So we might do that, but we might go see the guys over at Leading Edge Performance and then see maybe we can do the same thing with him. So that way I don't have to ship it out. If I maybe just drop off my ECU to him and he gives me a startup tune, that'd be great. If not, we'll just end up shipping it out. But man, I just want to hear this thing run for longer than a second. You and me both, trust me. Not to mention get everything else dialed in. And also the E85, I know that was an issue too, because obviously the ECU is not set up for it. That pin, we got it pinned out, but it's got to be activated. So that's another thing. So I'm glad we switched to 91. So that's also helped, I believe. But guys, I'm frustrated. I don't know if you guys are frustrated, but I want to hear this thing run, man. I want to hear this thing whistle, all the above. So, but guys, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to subscribe, tag a friend, send a video to the friend, and keep wrenching.
What you wanna do when the sun goes down? What you wanna do when the sun goes down?